welcome to Family We've Got Your Back. I'm Michelle Christensen. I'm a family scientist, and this is my husband, Trent.
Yep.
And this is our daughter, Esther. She is taking a class.
Family science.
Family science class. Yay, good for her. And she has an assignment where she needs to interview a happily married couple or...
Yeah.
A married couple.
A married couple.
No, just kidding.
And we qualify. And she asked that we do the interview on the podcast so that she can get credit for her class. And so we're like, alrighty then. So take it away, Esther.
Okay. For one, it does have to be happily married.
Oh, God. Qualify.
Still qualify.
Still qualify.
And also has to be more than 10 years, and I don't know if I know anybody else.
You do. Plenty of people.
I'm trying to scoot over so Daddy can be in. No, you need to.
Oh.
Anyway. We're trying to get our blocking correct, and it's squeezing my thumb there with the armrests on these chairs. Oh. I want myself. Anyway, okay, so.
Happily married.
Happily married! We qualify.
Oh, shoot, my pen turned off.
Again, technical difficulties.
That always happens to me in class, too. It's frustrating.
Okay, anyway.
Is it dead? It might be dead. Okay, I'll just type instead. So the first question I have for you guys, as an almost 25 year.
Yeah, next month. Couple weeks.
Why did you choose each other at the start? I
Yes.
kind of know mom's
I would like to
reasoning,
know. Oh my God.
but dad's, I'm not
Because
sure.
my hair did not look like this. Oh my word.
Well,
That's why he chose me. I was not ugly. Sorry. Why? Why did you choose me?
so... No, there's lots of reasons why I chose. First of all, we had common objectives.
Well, you didn't know that right at first.
Well, I mean, maybe not at first, but it became pretty evident quickly that your focuses were family. You were studying family. I came from a very good family background, and so that was one of the top things on my list. We also met in a choir. I'm a big fan of music, so most of my dating pool, yeah, like that's the right word. Most of my dating pool were people that were involved in music in some regard,
That's true.
and so yeah, our objectives aligned, some of our interests aligned, and that's really all that I needed.
And I wasn't ugly.
Oh, that's the truth too. Yeah. I still remember that velvetish type skirt you had.
Oh, with the roses on it?
Yep.
He thought my skirt.
It was a very nice skirt.
It was flattering.
Very flattering.
Maybe someday I'll fit back into it when I die. When I get cancer and I die, I waste away and die.
Gone though.
I'm sure it
It's
is.
gone.
I made it
Resurrection.
actually. I sewed that
You
skirt.
sewed that?
Yeah, I did.
She is talented as a seamstress too.
Anyway.
She could darn your socks.
Yes. I had a friend.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah,
I
I
know
had a
what you're
friend. And the first week we saw Trent, she said, "Ooh, that's Trent Christensen. He's one of the good ones." Because she, her graduating class was unkind to her. And Daddy wasn't. And he was a good guy who was kind and made good choices. And so she kind of forced us together. Forced us together in, like, she would plan activities so that Trent would be there. And, like, do games at this party where Trent was my partner or things like that. Like, and,
It's a con. It's all a big...
It was entrapment on her part. Anyway.
Or it's called friendship.
Yeah, she got him in my sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And But the reason I was okay with that was because I didn't want someone who would mistreat me, right? I wanted somebody who shared some of the things that were important to me, that we valued the same things. And I wanted somebody who understood my weaknesses in a way and complemented them so that they could become strengths. We were sitting next to each other in one of these activities that we were at, and I kind of got a little giggly. And he put his hand on my knee, and it immediately was like, and I was like, oh my word, like, how did he do that, right? And
because I'm so full of Riz.
Okay, well, I don't understand that. Anyway, he had a calming influence on my social anxiety. Like in a social situation, I'm a really just giant, backward, whatever. I never do the right thing in a big group, right? And he was able to like, oh wow, that was awesome for me. And was that a powerful moment for you too?
I don't remember that moment.
Oh, that's too bad.
But
do you remember?
But that was 25 years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, more than
more than 20.
almost 26.
Almost
yeah.
26.
But anyway, that's when I knew that he was somebody that I could be around for the long haul. And I don't know, it just slowly, the relationship developed. Not slowly though, it was kind of quick.
It was kind of quick.
But by the time we went on our first date, we already kind of really, really liked each other.
Yeah, we'd already done
friends.
Lots of activities and lots of good things. So,
but yeah.
This isn't one of my prepared questions, but how long were you guys dating before you got engaged? And
it was
October, first weekend of October, and we
it
started
was
dating
in the June-ish is all. Yeah.
So you started dating in like October, and then
no, June.
We met
in May, June.
In May, June-ish.
99 or
Yeah.
So July, August.
Yeah, from meeting to marriage was about
9 months.
9 months, 9 or 10 months.
Yeah, and we should have waited. We should have.
If you had waited,
I don't think you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So there's no regrets there, but in our maturity and
like you're glad I'm not married at 23 yet.
Well, I'm saying our before we got engaged should have been longer. That dating should have. Like, we should have gotten engaged.
Life hit us too quick, too hard.
It did. We didn't have, it was like 2 weeks into our marriage and full steam ahead. Like, there was no break.
Yeah.
In our struggles.
Yeah, it was.
So, it would have been nice to have a honeymoon period.
Yeah, it would have.
Or even a honeymoon. That would have been nice. Yeah, that was kind of, we got married on a Thursday, went back to school on a Tuesday. There was no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should have waited for summer. But, again, we got.
I said, forged in the fires of adversity.
There you go. Yeah. We did that. We did. We became stronger because of our struggles.
We did.
And we have too many to count.
Yeah. So next one, why do you continue to choose each other?
Because I like him. He's my best friend. But no, it's a choice every day. We decide every day to choose each other.
We do.
And, one of the things that make strong, happy relationships is your commitment. You decide no matter what, we're going to stick it out. We're going to stay together and we're going to figure it out. We're going to resolve the issues that come up. We're going to fight together. We're on the same team, and we're going to stay on the same team.
Right, and I think too it is completely our commitment to each other, to our family,
to the promises we made to each other, not just to each other, but we individually promised. I will be there for you no matter what. And we're keeping our promise.
And we continually, it's, I lost my thought. But it's, obviously I lost my thought.
I can't help you out.
Like Randy once said, it must not be important.
And it was a nice thought.
Oh.
I'm super tired. But yeah, I still think it's just, we have made the choice, and our commitments to the things that are most important still are there. So
Yes.
our commitment to our family, our commitment to the things that we do. And we recognize that we're not the same.
Oh.
Very, very different. But that's what makes it
cute.
That's what makes our union so awesome, is that we can persevere through our differences and gain a greater appreciation for each other through them.
Yeah.
So
it took a while, but for me, because I thought it was awesome in the beginning, but then when you're vomiting all the time and
for like 10 years straight.
Yeah. You're kind of like, I really don't like you very much right now. It's like I'm throwing up and you're gone all the time and my life is awful.
And when I'm around, I stink.
When I'm pregnant, he stinks so bad.
Everyone stinks so bad when you're pregnant.
Well, that's true. I can't even walk in front of the fridge without vomiting when I'm pregnant. Yeah. Like the smell from not even like a dirty fridge, just all the... Anyway, so yeah, like I couldn't even be around him. Like it was just torture for many years
awful.
for us. And sorry,
but we chose.
But we persevered. We're like. My point is that I grew to appreciate you more. You know what I mean? Like in the moments that were hard and I wasn't appreciative, the things that I learned through that helped me see not your value, but more like the good points I didn't know about before.
Right. Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah. And so now I'm more aware of how, I don't want to say it, I don't know how to say it any other thing, blessed. Because you're my spouse, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I couldn't have picked someone better for me personally, like hand-picked. These are the qualities you need in a spouse that I didn't even know.
And in a similar way, we're going to get to this later on with the last question, I think, but the things that I have learned about mental health and all that, because that wasn't even a thing that I even considered.
He didn't have to worry about it at all.
I didn't even think about that kind of stuff when I was, before we became really several years into our marriage. I should have known about it sooner.
I should have known that I struggled.
Well, so, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so...
We're stronger because of our afflictions.
A commitment, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess our commitment to commitment.
Yes.
One thing that made us really strong is just stick it out, figure it out, and get together. And with that, it's forgiveness. Like, if you won't let it go, if like all the little daily things that when two imperfect, people rub up against each other, those hard edges, those sharp edges bump against each other and they get knocked off and cut each other and it hurts. And that hurt can fester, or you can learn from it and let it go and forgive and become refined and better. And so with the commitment, you have to be forgiving, or you're unhappy in that commitment.
Right, and we were committed to that.
We're willing to be forgiving and I guess start anew every day.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, new day. We're going to let the past go and just try to bring out the best in each other.
Mm-hmm.
And And it's a conscious choice. It can't be just we'll see what happens. No, it's a conscious choice.
It is a conscious choice.
So anyway. Awesome.
Yep.
To go on another question, I know it relates to the last one, but what do you think is something that's made your marriage successful?
Choosing joy. Choosing to see the good. You think?
Yeah.
I mean, just
Well, and
trying to make the best of it. I don't know what.
I think that we've done a good job with just making sure that our efforts are there. You know, if you have a hardship, and it seems like no one's trying, that could be devastating.
And when I was sick, that's what it felt like, was that I was the only one trying. Oh. And that's why I was struggling. And I didn't know if I was so lost in my own struggles that I didn't see your efforts. And so if you are the only one trying, it really is.
That's a wedge. Yeah.
A wedge that can be driven. And so now that I recognize that we're both trying, you know, and it brings us closer together because we're like, okay, I see that you're putting effort in. It may not be the right effort.
Right.
But you're putting an effort. We're putting an effort. We're both making the best. We're trying our best, right? We're just doing our best. And so when there's a modicum of peace that comes when you're both trying, and you see that
you're not giving up on each other,
and you're not giving up.
Yeah.
But choosing happiness, choosing joy. Like happiness is situational, and joy is deeper than that. Like you see a bigger picture, and you have that overarching understanding of where you're going. And so even in the hard times, you can have joy. And so I think we choose to focus on that.
Yeah.
And that helps us have hope and helps motivate our efforts to have a fantastic relationship. And we want one. And so we try to have one.
Try.
Thanks.
Anyway. And the last question I have, what advice would you give your younger selves to make the hard times less hard?
Oh, don't be selfish. Anyway, what were you thinking?
Mine was about mental health.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I had there were so many things I should have learned about psychology or mental health or things that our crazy bodies can go through, because it was many, many, many years of pretty hard emotional times.
Yeah, just
because I had zero tools.
Well, yeah, he just put his head down and went to work and did his best. And I was like, I'm drowning and I don't know how to get help.
And I didn't have any skills. Not that my parents were great parents, but I'd never seen, I'd never been in the midst of a mental turmoil. It was always everything was always fairly even Steven.
Yeah.
And
that's what I needed in my life, was you being even
right.
Steven.
But that handicapped me to be able to help out in these situations.
Yeah, you were paralyzed.
Completely.
Yeah, you were paralyzed.
And so it took a while for me to learn that this is not just a choice.
It wasn't a choice at all.
This is just something that I had to learn about and try to be supportive. And it did take a long time.
Yeah.
And there was so much frustration because I felt powerless in those situations. And I was.
And I did too. I felt powerless.
Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah.
So know about it. Research it. Know.
Because it's not, a lot of times it is a choice. like what you choose to dwell on.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is an illness where where your hormones are so messed up that no matter what you want to have happen, your thoughts are not, your emotions aren't based on, it's just like
it's
this,
not rational.
This uncontrollable whatever is going on with you is not your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that my hormones aren't so messed up anymore. I mean, they all still are, but they're controllable in a way that
more managed.
Yes, I can choose what to think now, and therefore I can have appropriate emotions, and I can then choose appropriate actions, right? And before it wasn't a choice. There was no choosing.
And so knowing your partner or spouse, knowing about their physiological or mental,
in sickness and in health,
right?
There's
knowing
that there is sickness and that
it shouldn't make you shy away from the person if you love them, right?
Right.
But it can help prepare you.
Yeah.
And that would have done me a significant amount of good.
Yeah, like saying, okay, enough is enough, let's go get her help, instead of, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like part of the problem with mental illness is not being able to get yourself help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so having a support system is really helpful. But, yeah.
So that was mine. What's yours? What would you tell your 20
my age self?
Yeah, 20 and 21. You gave me a book for my 21st birthday, so yeah. Housework is not a punishment. Just do it, make it, do it a part of, keeping house is not a punishment. But yeah, don't be selfish. Like, care about other people more instead of yourself, and choose your thoughts carefully, because what was that one quote? It's like, choose the furniture of your mind more carefully. Anyway, because what you think is what fills your head, right? And do you want garbage?
As a man thinketh,
so is he. Yes.
So is he. I can't remember who said that.
So anyway, choose love instead of selfishness. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Is that everything you've got for us?
That's all the questions I have. Yes, and we're running on 23 minutes.
That's good timing there. So what's our assignment for this week, Esther?
Good.
She didn't
question.
have an assignment for us.
Oh, she didn't? Okay.
No homework. Let's.
Woo! So, I'll make one up then. So, talk to your family this week and find out what is successful in their relationships, and and ask what they value in their relationship, and find out the good in them, and see if you can find the good in you as well through that, and try to exemplify those characteristics this week. Alrighty, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Esther Gale.
Thanks, good job.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.